Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on youtube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. You got a goal? Go get it. Adam Krigler.
Hey, buddy.
Blabs.
I want sunshine, I want flowers, and I need it now.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
And brought to you by you, the G2 community, at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on youtube.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. Side Scrollers. Man, do we got a spicy one today. It's gonna get spicy. Lots of stuff to talk about today, and very, very exciting to have our wonderful guest on. But as always, we're going to be joined by our friend, our producer extraordinaire. It's Travis Key. Hello, Travis. How are you, buddy?
Doing all right. I'm excited. Today's Friday, and excited for the conversation today.
How's the turtle layer treating you back there?
I'm back in the sewer.
Mm-hmm. Aren't we all? Some would say this show is straight out of the sewer for sure.
Yeah, well.
I'll tell you, not out of the sewer, but looking great with her brand new Side Scrollers hat, the Guamanian queen herself. It's Blabs. Hi, Blabs.
Look at my hat. Ooh. Where can they get them, Craig?
Oh, there's a link down in the description. I'm sure the mods will also put something out there for everybody if they would like to get it. It's very easily in the Side Scrollers store. It's wonderful. It's very nice. Good job. Looking good.
Look, it says nice. G2 on it.
Love that. Yep, on the left side, so everybody knows. You know why I put that on the left side?
I don't know, actually.
Let me tell you why. Because I look this way whenever because I knew I was going to get the hat.
Really?
It would always be right here. That's why it's on the left side, not the right side. So because I knew I was going to be wearing it. Also joining us today, the feline queen herself. It's Osiris the cat.
It's a boy.
Sorry. Hold on. Also joining us today, the feline lord of the jungle. Did you see his face? He's like, it's a boy.
I disapprove this message.
Not to be confused by Osiris.
Did you assume the cat's gender?
I did. I assumed the cat's gender.
Was an Egyptian god.
Yeah.
He's a freaking
Isis was his wife, the girl.
Where did that come from?
He doesn't know his mythology.
I don't know my mythology.
I'm so offended right now. I'm borderline. I don't even want to be here anymore.
He's gonna cancel you now. You assumed his cat's gender wrong.
I misgendered Osiris. I apologize.
You could get canceled for even that. You know.
Well, and really, all you have to do is be like a small,
right.
Small nerd to know that stuff. A small one.
Excuse me. What do you identify as? Huh? Let me know. Oh, he's sticking his butt in the air.
This is not good. What do you identify as?
What do you identify? Excuse me. I don't want to misgender you. Cat. If you're even identify as a cat, I don't know.
Good thing we see the cat. I just want to.
Maybe it's a dog. Maybe this is a dog. I don't know.
Pomeranian.
It's a donkey.
Or are you a tree? You could be a tree. I don't know. Whatever you feel like. How do you feel?
I feel like a pine cone today.
It's definitely very cat-like, actually.
Can I come back? I'm sorry.
Confirm the cat. Okay, it's a cat.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know what I'm not sorry about?
He's sorry, buddy.
I know. He
didn't mean it.
I'm just so hateful, just so filled with hate for your cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Osiris the cat.
My mic though. I need my mic. Can you?
Bro. Come on. Notice I'm not saying,
Look at him, he's so
sister.
cute.
Hey, speaking of cute, let's bring on our special guest today. It's Flash. What's up, Flash? How are you?
Hey, thanks for that. I was feeling kind of cute today.
Feeling good. Feeling cute, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome on in, man. It's a pleasure to have you. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome on in, person. I'm assuming, man.
Oh, yeah, person, yeah.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
thought he was going to change his voice and everything, do some, tone. He's like, it's ma'am.
So you guys can obviously go find YellowFlash over on YouTube. For those who don't know YellowFlash, how about you tell everybody about yourself real quick?
Just a YouTuber that's mad about pop culture.
Okay, sounds good. Easy breezy. Nailed it.
Straight to the
Good
point.
summary, straight to the point. That's right.
I love it. I got no time for any sort of description of what I do for a living, but a lot of great videos coming out of YellowFlash. Go find him over on YellowFlash. By the way, there's 2 channels. Yeah, and it seems like the first channel, YellowFlash 1, or just YellowFlash, has been abandoned. What's up with that? What's the story behind that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid to change it to just YellowFlash because the algorithm, it's so weird on YouTube. I don't know if I change this, is it going to matter? Is this going to
I don't know.
put me down on the rankings? But the original thing was I had my original channel and it couldn't get monetized because remember when Logan Paul or whatever one it was that went to the Japanese forest and they're like, look at this dead body. Let's monetize it.
Oh yeah.
So instead of them getting in a lot of trouble, they overhauled the entire process to everybody. So we all got in trouble because, they're big stars and we can't get rid of them. So my channel came up for monetization right when that happened. And because of that, it took a year for them to even look at it. So I just made a new channel.
Huh.
And then I got right in.
Which is crazy that you had to do that.
Yeah.
It's just nuts.
Yeah. So
And
I made free content for a year. Putting that other channel up. And then I just made a new channel.
People
Rumble.
That's the story.
Rumble is the future.
Rumble is the future.
Sorry, what?
That's what he says. That's what he says. Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know, Side Scrollers is on Rumble. We'll be streaming there next week. We're going to try to get going on Monday, but definitely going to be streaming over there very, very soon. But we are over 35,150 strong here on YouTube. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Of course, the thumbs up button is great for the algorithm stuff as well. And comments also let them know that you're engaged with what we have going on today. Because this is an interactive show, we like to have you in the 6th chair as the show. You guys get to chime in. Speaking of chiming in, we're going to be doing a lot of reaction to a lot of trailers and all sorts of stuff today, which means we are absolutely 100% definitely going to be flagged for copyright at some point on the show, which is insane because, showing trailers and talking them should be all right. But alas, here we are. So any support is obviously greatly appreciated. It helps supports the host. And you can also support the show by going to patreon.com/sidescrollers and becoming a patron over there. You get access to the post show every single day and exclusive interviews and stuff like that that we do. And we'll be adding more content along the way. So really appreciate that. Of course, you can find us over on Spotify and iHeartRadio as well. And there is all the fun stuff we're going to talk about. Heretic came in, says, but Adam doesn't tell you his cat to shut up. Only babies.
Only other people's babies.
Oh, that's
Never his
true.
own.
Only babies. Only babies.
I was joking, but that's funny. I'm gonna lean into
He
it.
doesn't tell toddlers to shut up, just babies, the newborn ones.
Shut up, baby.
Come on, everyone thought that was funny. You see, you're still thinking about it.
Just yell. Just Adam, the baby Scalder Krigler.
The baby yeller. Instead of the baby whisperer, it's the baby yeller.
Hey, Janice came in as a member for 6 months. Says, Craig, I don't always agree with your remarks. However, you've created a friendly space where we can gather together despite our differences. Thanks. That's the idea. That's 100% the idea. Just because we may not agree on something doesn't mean we can't be pals. It's almost like how society was for thousands of years, for the most part. So. Anyways.
Yeah, this utopia world where everyone thinks the same and feels the same is not. It's not a reality. It can't happen. It'll never happen. They need to stop trying to make it happen. They have to understand. Everyone needs to understand. You can be different. You can think differently. And if someone thinks something differently than you, that doesn't mean that they're Hitler. All right?
Well, no. Actually, it does. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
excuse me.
No, you are Hitler.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Can we?
Oh.
Fascist.
This is actually a
Right.
really good
Thank
question.
you.
Can you actually say Hitler on YouTube?
I just did.
Can you say
So did Craig.
Blaz? Can you say Hitler?
Hitler!
Travis, can you say Hitler?
Yes.
Kanye West loves
What?
Hitler.
Himmler. How about that?
I don't know if you can actually say that. Say those words.
Oh, wait. Kanye West says he loves Jewish people now because he watched a Jonah Hill movie.
I know, it's amazing. Dude. That guy is a nut, like a freaking nut bar. It's amazing, man. It's
I
crazy.
was gonna say, let's
Um,
test. We'll see if I can say Himmler, not Hitler.
God.
Wait, why not? You just said it though.
You just said it. you ruined your whole joke. Extra Zero came in with the membership for 2 months. Says happy Friday, G2s. Great guest today. Can't wait for the indie talk. Oh man, are we going to get into that? We got so much Disney stuff today. So much Disney stuff. It's ridiculous. And Ethan Flash came in. Says Flash is also known for crying while watching anime. Is that true, Flash?
No.
Just
Listen,
one
if it's
tier.
a good anime
a
and
single
it brings
tier.
emotions.
I said I got watery eyes watching something.
What was
Everyone
that?
takes it-
Someone was cutting onions, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
What were you watching?
some old Gundam.
Just you smelled those onions.
Wait, I get it though. I get it. Were you crying because you're so sad about the current state of culture, and you were remembering and reminiscing on the old days? Like you said, it was old Gundam, so maybe it was like, oh man, those days are gone. Tear.
Well, even new Gundam's
Huh?
pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It's Japanese stuff, you know. They don't bow to anybody. Well, they will
They bow to
eventually.
nobody.
I'm sure.
They will in time.
I was
Yeah.
Googling, as I do when we do the show, just to look up things that we're talking about. And I came across this, and it says, and this is a true story apparently, YouTube blocks history teachers from uploading Hitler video archives. So they can't even upload old videos of him like at the Olympics and shit for history.
Like historical footage? That's
Yes.
insane.
Yeah. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Yes.
Go Google. Rewriting history so no one else learns.
Oh my God. That is just absolutely insane. That's crazy. Extra Zero came in and says, if you can't say it, just say the bison hat guy.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty funny. And Colt Seaman came in and says, hey guys, I know we all have something we love, but do we love it so much that we cry our balls out like Flash with Gundam? so it's time to be honest. What was the thing that made you cry? What was the thing that made you cry, Blabs? Got a little round table going on. Everyone be thinking about it. The thing that made you cry.
In
This
like
is gonna-
the last week?
This is gonna
No, just-
turn this shit into some downer shit, though.
Well, like,
Yeah.
have fun with it. Have fun with it.
No.
Okay.
No, that's a
Hey,
troll comment, and I'm not about it. I want to keep the energy up, dude.
all right, Colt, sorry, that got rejected to half court. Get out of here.
I don't even know how to answer that.
Get rejected. Nah.
Error 404 not
Moving
found.
Thanks, Colt. And Billy Wayne says, if it's true that Keemstar is working on a DSP biopic for Netflix starring Danny McBride, who should play the side scrollers crew? Who should play the side scrollers crew during the interview part of the film? If it's true, I just love the idea that there's a DSP biopic starting with starring Danny McBride. That's just really, really funny to think about, which it's not true at all.
No, let's go with it though.
Okay.
Who did you want to play you, Craig?
You know, there's a guy.
Blabs. Who should play Craig? Or Trav? Or Flash? Anybody?
In, like,
anybody?
in a movie,
anybody
you
but
mean?
Craig. Yeah. Who should play him in the movie?
I was actually, who's the actor who was in like that Scary Room movie? God damn it. It was like,
Scary Room movie.
You know what,
Yeah.
for Travis, I'm going to
Saw?
say Chris Pratt.
no, it was like
Chris
a
Pratt, yes.
haunted hotel room.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Who should play me?
Like
Ooh,
14,
VLX is right.
1407
Adam
or something.
Sandler for Craig. No, for Adam. For Adam. Adam Sandler for Adam.
What? Just because it's Adam?
No,
That's
actually, I just
lazy.
realized it's both Adam, but honestly,
Don
I think Adam
Cusack.
Sandler would do you justice.
John Cusack should play Craig.
John
Hey, I like that.
Cusack.
Would you like?
He's
would you-
crazy. I don't think he would. He's crazy now. Have you seen his
he's
Twitter?
Crazy, dude. Yeah,
Man, he is-
kind of like
Going
Yeah.
by
John Cusack
pure
is?
acting stuff, not like
Owen Wilson for Craig. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Who said that? That was Kenzo. Kenzo, great. I love that. Owen
Kenzo. Hi,
Wilson.
Kenzo.
the people that I see most described when it comes to me are Adrian Brody. Is that his name? Hold on, where is it?
Adrian Brody, yeah.
Yeah,
All
this
right,
guy
Adam,
right
you have to
here,
Pick one from me.
or Wally Zerbiak, who is a former NBA player. Those are the two guys that I hear most. So
I don't see.
I
I don't
don't
see
know,
either
but
of that.
I don't see either of them.
Orion
Well, that-
might get
that's what I'm
banned
told.
fairly shortly. He said Seth Rogen for me. Sorry.
Nah,
oh,
we're gonna leave Chris Pratt for Travis. That's it.
I love it. Blabs, you're gonna be played by like just someone totally random. It doesn't make sense.
Like Tom Holland.
No, yeah. You're gonna be race swapped and gender swapped, like Don Cheadle plays Blabs or something like that.
His blackface, his Blabs. I'm down for that.
No, it'll be a biological male. But they'll be representing you as best as they can.
I like Don
Tom
Cheadle.
Holland is only like 4 days younger than me, so he can totally do it. He's got the whole outfit with the umbrella song.
Don Cheadle's perfect.
Someone in the chat just said Lizzo.
That would be great.
Oh man, that's so funny. That's Narius Berry. Good.
That's awesome.
That was a good chat.
Jeremy says Flash cried about a giant robot. Hey, haven't we all at some point?
Y'all
Stop
are a
it.
little too
Stop it,
obsessed.
Jeremy Wormy.
You're all a little too obsessed with Flash tears. All right, I'm just saying.
Brown says, Adam, did you know YellowFlash has played a total of 113 minutes of Destiny 2? Big dishonor, many shame.
That's only on Steam. I actually played a lot of Destiny 1 back in the day. 2, I didn't. The crew I ran on. And here's the thing about Destiny. Like, you need to stay with the same group of people every week for the raids. If you just have one bad straggler that you pick up in some lobby, it can make you have to play those raids for hours.
He's
But
right.
if you have the crew that you run with every week, you can get that shit done in 20, 30 minutes.
It's all about that teamwork.
Without that good, well, if you've done it 100 times, it gets easier and easier.
I don't know what
played
raid.
for 4.8 hours.
Unless all 6 players can
All right, well, maybe
skate.
not 20 minutes. We'll say an hour.
Well, all right. So I also have to ask, when you played Destiny 2, did you play vanilla Destiny 2? Like when it first dropped?
Yeah.
Okay. That version of the game was just a severe disappointment. As a day one Destiny 1 player, like I love Destiny. And they changed it. Like all the roles were the same. Nothing felt unique. It was very boring. Everyone agreed, and they changed it. I think a year later.
I hear it's a whole new game now, but the problem is I would need I would need a team to play with weekly that, is there every week. And if not, I'm just not interested in it.
Join my clan. We raid every freaking day.
Uh-oh.
Just throwing it out there.
Got an
113
invite.
minutes is also.
I played
awfully
Destiny
sad.
last night.
Let me think about it.
You can think about it.
Because it's an
Extra Zero
addicting
says-
game.
It's a lot of fun.
Extra Zero coming in and talking about the cutting the onion, says Optimus Prime in the 86 movie, man. That's right. That's good stuff. Jason came in as a member, says, we need a rejected to half court shirt with no on it.
I like it.
Little Mutombo. Colt Stevens says, all right, Adam, here's a hype super chat. It's Friday and it's time for the weekend. Turn up and turn out. Also, grab some Krigler coffee. Hashtag simp.
Hold on, wait. That gets a toasty and a bangerang. Cool.
Double up.
Boom.
Just Legacy says, just created my account on Rumble and followed. Make sure you follow Adam over there as well, Adam Krigler. And Flash, do you have a Rumble channel by chance?
I do.
Oh, there you go. Make sure you guys go follow.
Is it YellowFlash or is it YellowFlash 2?
Both. Because they have that primary user thing and then the account thing.
Yeah.
It's a really weird system, but it
Yes.
takes a minute. You can't just YouTube's pretty user friendly. Rumble has a lot of work to do on that user friendly front. I mean, they're getting there. Their chat's gotten better. The chat's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, tonight I will actually be attempting after the show. I'm going to be attempting a solo flawless Grasp of Avarice dungeon. I don't know if that means anything to anyone except
just a
Is that
bunch
English?
of words. Yeah.
It's a dungeon that's meant to be kind of like a 3-person raid. So it's like an end game thing that's designed for 3 people. I'm going to attempt to solo it without dying at all. And
Wow.
I did one yesterday called Spire, and I solo flawlessed it. So I think I could do the Grasp. I want the emblem. My name's It's Commodore. That's my gaming moniker. So, and it's like this awesome ship, and you can only get it if you beat this solo flawlessly. So kind of like a flex. And
Well, a
also
boy can dream, huh?
fits my name really well. It's
A
Commodore.
boy can dream. I love it.
I'm a man.
Nation.
Damn it.
Algier says Tyson J. Ritter, lead singer of All American Rejects, looks just like Craig. He could play him. Look him
Pull
up.
him up. Let's see him.
All right, I did.
I'm gonna judge it.
All right, sounds good. Flash, you get to judge. Is this accurate?
No.
Who is this?
Needs
This is-
less hair, needs a comb over.
Who is this? Who is this supposed to be?
This is supposed to be me.
Oh, your
Without the
actor?
hair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
You
a
know what?
resemblance, I think.
The younger version of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were watching old footage yesterday on the show, which was hilarious to see.
Mhm.
And I can kind of see, back when you had stronger cheekbones. You're kind of losing it in your old age. So
Yeah, I think Adam's right. If you take the younger picture of
old.
you take the younger
Adam.
picture of that guy and your younger picture, those look alike. But I don't think now you look like him. No.
I definitely, if I lost 20 pounds, my cheekbones would be popping. And I listen, I think
no, they're
Adam,
there,
too.
buddy. I'm just messing with you.
No, Adam, you just did it, man. You just did it. You inspired me to get the cheekbones going, baby. 20 pounds flying off. Give me a couple months. They're gonna be
Just go
flying
get
off.
that. Go get that shot.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about that.
Look at the best. I can
Wait a
I can
minute.
show you the greatest example of that shot, and that's the
we're
woman
talking
who
about?
made Velma. What's
What
her name?
shot?
Velma.
Mindy Kaling?
Mindy Kaling. Go look at her before pictures and go look up recent pictures of her. She got that weight loss shot. She's
know, I'm-
skinny as hell now. She's always been chubby, but she lost a lot of weight. Like, look at how quick
That
that
doesn't
happened.
sound healthy. You get an
Yeah.
injection, you just lose weight.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, it's
cool.
supposed to cut off your appetite.
Yeah.
Mm,
So this is
It's
actually
not a good way of losing weight, though.
I don't know a lot about the shot. I don't
Yeah,
know a
well,
lot about it at all.
meth cuts off your
We are
appetite
not
too.
doctors. We
It's
are not
there's a
medical
shortage
advice
of it.
people.
Yeah, so this is actually a diabetic shot.
Yeah.
And what it does is it's meant to cut off, make you not hungry. And one of the results is, you lose like 15, 20, 30 pounds from taking the shot. And it was meant to be a diabetic shot that over time has been kind of hijacked by people who want to lose weight. So there's actually a shortage of it now. So those who are diabetic can no longer get it. And
I'm sorry, isn't hunger the body's natural way of telling you that it needs nutrients?
listen, you're asking some
Until you
good
get
questions.
so fat, you've stretched your stomach out to an insane size.
That's the problem. These people need to learn portion control. That's it. You don't need a shot to shut off your hunger. You can do that by getting lap band or smoking meth.
It's expensive too. It's like somebody told me it's like $1,500 a month.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like every time Travis talks about meth, cocaine,
Somehow
Yeah.
Travis always figures out how to
Drug lord
sneak crack
Travis.
into the show. Like,
drug lord
just smoke
Travis.
crack.
I'm
This
convinced.
is not medical advice. Please don't smoke crack, guys. Don't listen to this man. All right,
Travis,
I don't know what he's
He's
Do you
in
think
the
it's-
chair now.
You think it's really bad for you? It's only for rich people though.
This
that
is
makes
my
me think
point.
it might be safe.
If this shot does the same thing to healthy people that meth does to you, why would you do it?
I just love the idea that there was such a wide range. There's like you can get lap band surgery or do meth to lose weight. That's it. It's just A or B, and that's
There's
it.
an advantage to the meth.
It's cheaper, probably.
Get cheaper and it gets you high.
Hey,
See, it's like a double whammy.
Is this true? Is this true, Flash? You are an avid kazoo player.
After about half a bottle of fucking vodka, it's been known to happen.
You know how to play the kazoo.
people just need to understand how to have, I don't know, control over their base instincts. That's what separates us from animals. All right. You just want to live as an animal? Well, you're not. You're a human being. All right. So maybe learn how to control your instincts better and you won't be a fat ass or, morbidly obese that you need to take a shot. Sorry.
It's a tough.
Obesity and mental illness, the two big problems in America.
Now, we ain't saying that shot ain't for specific people who need it medically.
Yes.
Okay. It's just not for healthy people.
Do you think you think it's, I wonder if it's really that bad because it's only for rich people and rich people,
So there are ways to get around it. I know this for a fact because actually I was talking to a buddy who was like, he's like, have you heard about this shot? And we actually had a conversation about it because my buddy has lost some mobility, so he's not able to get out and move as much as he could. He's like hurt his knee, And so he's put on like 20 pounds, and he's like, I'm having a really hard time. I could really just use like a kick in the pants. And this is, that's his thought. So he went and did research on it. And there's like the official way to get it, which is like $1,000-$1,500 a month, like you said, Flash. And then apparently, there's like the off-brand version, which is less. But apparently, it's kind of like going to Walmart, and instead of getting Doritos, you get like, the Walmart version. Yeah, great value tortilla chips. It's kind of like, it's the same thing. It may not have all the same ingredients in it, but it kind of does the same thing, So who knows?
I would argue that's a medical need too. If your legs are hurt to where you can't exercise to keep your quality of life up, and your heart is going to be affected, and your cholesterol and all that, that's a medical need. Okay. But if you're healthy and your legs are okay, Mindy, you don't need a damn shot to lose weight.
She's too busy. She's too busy writing shows like Velma.
Right. Well, there's also the not taking care of yourself from laziness and not really caring until it gets too bad, and then it becomes a medical
it on the white
thing.
People,
but then it's like, oh, okay, there's that. Sure, Blabs.
She's probably blaming it on the white people.
She's busy creating timeless art.
Blaming men for everything.
So with that said, I will be losing 20 pounds to get my cheekbones back for Adam
Bring
Krigler.
back public shaming. It works.
It really does.
It worked on me just now.
Bullshit. I'll believe it when I see it, fat ass.
Excuse me, wait a second.
Love it.
The other day that I couldn't make fun of Lizzo for being he just calls Craig a fat ass straight up.
Yeah, because it's to his face. He could defend himself or not.
And you were harping on her being fat. You were like, the whale, she's fat. Get out of here, whore.
Listen, I have no respect for her, and I will shame her to the end of time if she's promoting obesity and saying, I'm not going to say to a normal person.
Trav, I believe you were the one calling her a whore, not Blabs.
I said promiscuous.
I called her a whale. I didn't call her a hoe. There's a difference. I called her beluga.
Hey, Joseph, he says, big ups to my other favorite YouTuber other than DSP. YellowFlash right there.
That's awful comparison.
Exterior says, here comes my Jenny Craig meme. There you go.
Last person I would want to be. DSP has no shame.
There's a lot of people on the internet with no shame.
Yeah. Hal came in with 500 bits over on Twitch. By the way, we haven't even got to the news yet, but I'm still having such a good time with this conversation. It says, screw the kids who cried about Optimus Prime. Because of them, the 1987 G.I. Joe movie was dubbed ad hoc to say, oh, Duke's not dead. He's just in a coma. Never mind how they were all crying as if he died. It was weird as shit. And why you whiny kids and all you whiny kids caused it. Easy, Hal. Hal speaking truth. I didn't know that was a thing. Yosef once again says, amen, Giga Chad Adam. And Big Top came in with a donation. Says, hey, yo, all hail Trav. Okay.
What?
Thank you, Big Top. Appreciate that.
I think he's referring to like trap houses.
I like it. And Toad says, one stream, let's have everyone react to DSP's podcast theme, the Slim Darksy remix featuring Andy Dick. Adam's reaction was priceless. We're not
Andy
a DSP
Dick,
I'm so done with that. Dude, Andy Dick is a fucking asshole. He tried to kiss me in a bar once.
Really?
I'm
sorry.
I had to straight up push him off me.
Okay, we need to stop down. It's now story time with Adam Krigler.
Who is Andy?
Go ahead, Adam.
You want to go down that rabbit hole?
I guess so. Fuck. I just told the story. I was at a
you
bar
guys
in New
know
York.
what he's been doing lately?
No, I
Well,
don't
Travis
wanna know.
apparently does.
No, I don't want to know.
I just want to hear about how Adam Krigler nearly got kissed by Andy Dick. That's all I want to hear about.
I went to a bar with a friend in New York. This was like 2004 or 5 or something, and we walked in and like he was like, "Oh, there's a buddy of mine." He like walked over, and his buddy like was hanging out with Andy Dick. So Andy Dick was like turned and he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you're cute," and like went to kiss me, and I was like, like what the no, what the fuck? And then like I was like, I'm out of here, dude. And then I dipped. That was literally it. But
wow,
it's just like that's gross.
You're one of the lucky ones.
I'm one of the lucky. Yeah, I heard he sexually assaulted a bunch of people.
Yes,
it looks like he raped some guy in a RV, and what was it? The other one, he'd been caught on stream trying to pull some drunk guy's pants down, and kept turning the camera off. He just got in trouble for that. Got convicted, I think, of some kind of sexual
Who
thing.
is this guy?
Or beating his
fuck that guy,
ex-boyfriend's face in or something. I don't know. He's homeless now. He like lives on people's couches.
Well, he's a disgusting piece of shit. So
Yeah, Andy Dick was a comedian from the 90s. And
You remember the Turtle movie back in the day?
Oh,
Yeah, that's him.
yeah. Anyways,
How did I know? How did I know what you would remember?
we got to get
No,
to
but-
some news. We got.
it's time.
We're
Millions
30
of
minutes in.
dollars.
All right. Colt Steven says this is for Craig's obese fund to lose all the weight. I'm with you, brother. Hey, thanks, Colt. Appreciate that. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to 20 pounds coming off. Give me some time. I'm going to work hard, restrict my diet, and do all the things that humans and non-animals should be able to do, right? Because we're not animals, even though we are animals. But that's okay.
Did you just assume?
Manny Ichi came in and says for Andy Dick, it was a Tuesday.
Oh, you guys are right. I did get Dana Carvey and Andy Dick mixed up. Oh, well, they're kind of look alike, don't they?
Yes.
No.
So now I don't know who he is.
not at
Okay.
all. What?
I don't think Dana Carvey's
awesome.
Yeah, he's
Shame
not a
on you,
sexual
Trev.
predator.
Yeah, it's like you were talking about the turtle movie. I was like, what the
I
hell is
said,
he talking
look
about?
Get
alike.
this guy
Look
out of here. Get this
alike.
guy out of here. No,
I'm so
no.
confused.
Get out of
Who's
here.
Andy now?
That was rude.
I agree.
That
That
Dana Carvey's great.
you're gonna open us up for a lawsuit, Travis. It's ridiculous.
BSD,
Dana's like, this side scroll has showed. I'm suing him for libel.
BSD in the chat has it. Andy Dick's best known for news radio.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Joe
this guy
Rogan was also on there too.
That's
True.
true.
There's this
Phil
wiki.
Hartman.
Does
Miss
this
that
look
guy.
like? Do
Yep.
you know this guy?
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah. He
So
looks creepy. I don't like
He's
it.
aging like milk in hot sun.
That is disgusting, Adam. What a horrible picture.
Hal came in and says when John Lovitz beat up Andy Dick, it was partially for Adam. Do you guys know that John Lovitz beat the hell out of Andy Dick?
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
beat
know
the
that,
shit out
but-
of him.
Makes me respect him.
Yosef says Adam is so lying. He got rejected by him, and ever since he was salty. Everyone wants Andy Dick. Just look at his face. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
It's insane.
Like spoiled milk in hot sun. Everyone wants it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Nodding came in. Thank you so much, Nodding. Says disappointed in how many people in the chat turned the AVGN episode into the DSP show. The obsession isn't healthy at this point. You know, hey, the chat's chat. You know, we like to have a positive place. So
This is some of the stuff that's on Andy Dick's wiki. And
No.
No. We're good.
No,
No,
it's
we're
news
good.
time.
no,
I'm just
No.
gonna read this
No.
one.
nope.
Get
No,
the fuck out of here.
No. We're not doing
Good
it. No,
teamwork,
no.
Craig. Good teamwork. Oh, we're good.
All right.
We're good.
Another time, Travis. Another time, another show. All right.
Did you just
All right.
mute him?
No, I
Have
did not mute
court.
him.
I was gonna say, just fucking
No.
mute him.
All right. Let's do this thing. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for
Hard News.
9 out of 10.
excellent. That was a pretty good
That
effort
was a really
right
good
there.
one.
Is that
9
good?
out of 10. Solid.
All right,
Good
yeah,
one,
That's
yeah.
maybe a 9.
pretty good.
Flash, what do you think?
10 out of 10.
Damn. Supersedes Blabs. I got a 10 for that.
right.
Whatever.
It's the guess.
Let's
I
go.
mean,
The big news today, there was a Star Wars celebration today over in London, and there was a lot of big
Yes.
Star Wars news that came out. I'm sure that Flash was watching with bated breath the live stream, just clawing at a screen, waiting for more. But the big news is that there's 3 new Star Wars movies coming, and apparently the first one will follow Rey, which she's returning. So.
Fuck that. Listen, nobody cares about Rey. No one
Yeah.
likes Rey. It's very obvious from all the merch that does not sell,
Oh,
the theme parks that no one gives a shit about, the hotel that no one gives a shit about, and the actual movies that no one gives a shit about. Why are you bringing her back?
pull
I call her
this up.
NASCAR Rey. I call her Ray T-A-T. She's shit, and she's not a Skywalker either, so fuck her. The end. That's my
I got
rant
the
about Rey.
perfect reaction right here for it. I put it in the private chat if you want to pull that up. So
Yep, I got
it's a
it.
meme hot off the presses.
Oh boy.
Oh, love that. Hot
I
off the
can't wait.
presses. All right.
Can't
all
wait.
right. Oh, hold on. Let me pull it. Here we go.
This sums up the movie's merchandising right here.
It's so
Somehow
bad.
Palpatine returned, and she's a good character. Wait, what?
Do you know?
Good stuff, cheap.
That's awesome.
That's where all the toys are going to end up. That's where all her shit
Like
is.
discount
You ever been to
$1.99.
You ever go to an Ollie's, go to the toy section and look at the Star Wars figures they have.
Mhm.
Rays, this you can make a stack of Rays, which YouTubers have done.
Mhm.
Oh man, have you? Do you know Ollie's, Adam?
I don't actually, but I get the idea. Good stuff,
Yeah.
cheap. You know, it's
I've
like
never
all
been to
right.
an
So
Ollie's either, but I
it's
know
the-
of it.
it's where the stuff goes when it goes after Ross, right? It's like the outlet store, and then like they can't sell. All right, well, let's get it to Ollie's. And they're like, all right, they take anything, you know.
That guy shaking, like getting all ready to get licking his lips. That's such a freaking funny meme. I love it. It's outstanding.
Mhm.
All right,
Technically, that's digital blackface, guys. I just want to let you know.
So
You
racist.
just pulled a racism. All right.
Well-
Why is it RDJ?
I don't make the rules. Okay.
Look at it's frozen. You guys see Adam? He's just frozen like boom.
What are we doing,
Did I
man? This
freeze?
is.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
you
Alright.
keep freezing a lot. Just
Alright,
change your
okay.
name to Mr. Freeze.
Let's go to the story
right.
though. So apparently there's going to be 3 new Star Wars movies. There's a next sequel. So we're going 10, 11, and 12 after this. Is
No,
this?
I don't
But there's
think,
supposed to
because
be.
they said announced 3 movies. So one of them is Rey, and then 2 of them are something else.
Yeah, one of them is some kind of movie that's supposed to tie up all of the Mando like seasons and the spin-offs.
Mhm.
So basically a fucking
The Mando
Mandalorian
version.
Avengers
Yeah.
is what that's gonna be. It's gonna have Bo-Katan and Ahsoka and Din
Boba
Djarin
Fett.
and
Yeah.
Boba Fett, and they're all gonna unite to get rid of General Thrawn to
Did you
the
say
new
General
heir-
Thong?
the new heir to the
Thrawn.
Empire. Thrawn.
I heard Thong. I was like, General Thong.
There's
Yep.
not much of a difference.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. This isn't the same character that we all know and love from the books anyway. It's going to be heir to the Empire is basically what it's going to be. And they're going to make an Avengers Star Wars movie with. That's my guess. I'm just guessing. But if you look at what these people do, they're not very creative. They want to turn this into a Marvel. So they'll bring all of these Disney Plus characters into a movie. I guarantee you that's what it's going to be.
Oh yeah, didn't they say it in one of these articles that you're right, Flash? That's exactly what they're doing. One of the movies is a tie-up of all the Disney Plus shows into one movie, and I think Dave Filoni is going to be involved with it. Dave Filoni's been directing something. I remember reading that. It's either like
Yeah,
the Rey movie
Filoni's
or
like
this one.
involved in it, I think. But
Yeah, I think honestly,
no,
I thought he was directing or
Favreau
some shit.
is involved in it, but Filoni's directing that one,
Yeah.
So
I believe.
So it says Daisy Ridley will be reprising her role as Rey Skywalker in the new movie set more than a decade after the events of the Lucasfilm sequel trilogy. The new post-Episode 9 Star Wars will be in an unexplored area called the New Jedi Order. My first thought with that was like New World Order, but New Jedi Order. And Rey will be tasked with rebuilding the all but extinct Jedi.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
New
what I
World
wanted to see
Order is
fucking
Captain
Luke
America
Skywalker do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, oh, great. We get to see Rey Palpatine do it with her stolen fucking name. Nobody likes this character. This is funny. Nobody likes this character except for like a handful of fucking weirdos online that don't buy anything. You know they don't buy anything because all those figures are rotting on discount shelves.
Well, they might buy them, but there's not enough of them to actually make a difference in the market.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So my question is, as somebody who has seen each Star Wars film one time and is not a huge Star Wars fan, as somebody like this is a new post Episode 9 Star Wars, right?
Yes.
And it's set after that. So what? So but this is not 10.
No.
But it's clearly like
it technically would be, I think. Yeah, I mean, because it's
Technically
continuing that,
speaking, it could
that
be a 10,
story.
but it's not a trilogy.
Well, if
If
that's
it even-
the case, then 7, 8, and 9 shouldn't be considered 7, 8, and 9 because they don't actually continue the story
No,
That's
I
true.
don't.
correctly.
You're right, Adam. They don't, but I don't think it. In their way of seeing what the trilogies is, I don't think this is an episode 10. This should probably be like a standalone or something.
But don't
Lucas
forget,
wrote
don't
7, 8, and 9. It was
don't
supposed to
forget-
be awesome.
they've announced more things than they've actually created in the past.
Yeah,
that's
Rogue
true.
5
Squadron
years.
canceled.
I remember seeing the spread that they showed. It was
Mhm.
like 12 shows, like a lot.
A
And
lot of
like,
it's been canceled.
wow, you guys have big
Is the
plans.
Lando show still
You got-
going?
you're gonna milk the shit out of that nostalgia, aren't you? That's what their plan was.
The Lando thing is interesting because that was announced, then they buried it, and then the other day, what's his face? Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
His real name. What's his real name?
Charlie or something.
He did an interview saying, "Yeah,
Donald.
we're talking about it. I would be open to it." Like, motherfucker, you just said you were going to do it 4 years ago. What is going on here?
They must have scrapped it because Solo lost money, so they just screwed off all the other characters. I hated the Solo movie. I didn't think it was necessary at all, and I don't want to see like a young.
I still think Solo
Lando.
was better than 7, 8, and 9.
Well, if Lando
Yeah, that's
doesn't
true,
fuck a
but-
droid in it, I'm not interested.
Yeah, that's true. I couldn't see anything in that movie. Like I thought there was something wrong with my movie when I tried to watch it because it was so dark. But no, it's just the movie.
Is it because you bought it from a Chinese lady?
No, it's because my mom had bought the Blu-ray and I was still in college, so she gave me the code so I could watch it on my laptop. And then I connected my laptop to like my TV with the HDMI cable. And I thought something was going wrong, and I'm like, I can't see shit. But no,
thanks
it's
for all,
just the movie.
thanks for all of those details.
You asked, you got them.
No, a simple no would have worked.
Listen,
but-
Adam, about the details.
All right, for the G2s in the chat, I have a poll up for you guys, and I always love to hear this. Are you interested in Rey? Are you interested in Rey in a new Star Wars movie? That is the question in the chat. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. This interactive show, so please pop it in. Right now, it is very early results. A 93% no right now. So, well, here's the thing about that, right? Is there's so much vitriol, and the Star Wars community is so divided right now. There's this group of fans who say like 7, 8, and 9 don't exist, right? They're not canon. And then there's these,
That's me.
So you're part of that, Flash.
Yeah, I don't watch.
No,
I'll never
he's
watch
wrong.
those again.
Okay.
No,
So
Craig's wrong. No, I'm sorry. A divide, Craig, would mean that there's two, solid sides. This is the majority of Star Wars fans, and then a little subsection of people that are like, Rey is amazing. She's the shit. You guys are just sexist.
Yeah, the same people that stalk Adam Driver and try to break up his marriage with his wife because they want him and Daisy Ridley to be together in real life. He got stalked by some woman who like showed up on his set and gave him like a wooden bear carve out or some shit. I don't remember exactly what the gift was, but
Yeah.
like he's like that's weird. And this is the audience that they want. These shippers.
Adam Driver's Kylo Ren, by
Raylos.
the way, in case you didn't know, Craig.
what's that?
Adam Driver, that's Kylo Ren, the bad guy. In
Yeah. Well, so
you've only seen Star Wars once.
here's the issue, and let me tell you what the issue is from the outside looking in, as somebody who is like there, right? Here's the issue: is when you look at the money made from these, and you look at Episode 7, right? It made $2 billion, right? And then Rogue One came in and made $1 billion, and Episode 8 made $1.3 billion. Rise of Skywalker, another $1 billion. Now Solo looks like it tanked, right?
Oh, it did.
Yeah, in comparison, right? But they're still like it's decimating, right? And so if they're going to keep making money here, they're going to continue to pump them out. And I think that's, they see, was it a $4 billion investment when they initially purchased it from George Lucas?
Well, a lot's happened since 2019 when the last movie came out. So I don't honestly think it'll make the same numbers because they shat on the fans a lot with Gina Carano, all these Disney Plus shows. Like they shat on The Mandalorian in season 3. They shat on Boba
Viewership's
Fett.
been going down consistently on these shows.
So I don't think
Mandalorian's
they'd
is
make that
down
much money.
25%.
Mhm.
But the money, the $1 billion, looking at that, you have to understand the budget on these movies are massive. They're not really making that much money off of those, especially Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker probably barely, if it even did break even, because I don't remember the budget on that. But if you take it had reshoots galore,
Mhm.
and then marketing and all that. I don't know if that movie made any money.
Didn't they say it was one of the most expensive movies ever made?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive. They did quite a bit of reshooting for that movie. I don't believe the shit about 3 or 4 endings. I think that's all ludicrous. But they did do a lot of reshooting. They had to do a lot of stuff because they fired that director and then they brought JJ in. They changed the vision for that movie multiple times.
Yeah, don't forget they changed the script. The original script sounded better than what the shit we got, to be honest.
And then the first producer, the second producer, and the third producer didn't actually talk together about what the story was going to be.
Yeah,
the first
that's the
movie was
biggest
made,
issue.
and then it went to a different person. And then they were like, all right, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And then they made the movie. And then it went to the last one, and there was no storyboard. So they just like 3 different movies that with no communication. So they was just like, okay, let's make a movie. All right, give it to someone else to make the next movie. Give it to someone else to make the next movie. Like that's not cohesive. It's so and it got weirder and weirder.
Yeah, and Last Jedi, like, they just piggybacked off of Force Awakens, which never happened for any of the other movies. There was always a time gap. So I think that also was kind of weird for, like, story-wise and planning.
What a smart business decision. Let's split our audience down the middle.
Yay!
Right. See that quite a bit happening these days. Just a quick Google search told me that the budget for Rise of the Skywalker was between $250 and $300 million. And then you generally you double that for marketing. So, let's just say between $500 and $600 million for that to be produced. And Rise of Skywalker, it says it made, about $1 billion. So, they're still making money on it, but it, obviously not at the same. Oh, you know what? This actually has the production budget on this tab as well. So here's the production budget on it as well. Obviously, it doesn't include. You just take this and you double it. But I think this is the thing that everyone looks at is the original Star Wars Episode 4 was cost $11 million, and then it made $775 million. And the exponential amount, like Disney is certainly not seeing these type of returns on their investment.
No.
If you're spending this much on a movie to produce it, you should be making $4 billion to match what you saw in the original Star Wars trilogy, or at least 4, 5, and 6. So, it's crazy to think about, man. It's crazy.
Did they say when this new Rey Skywalker Palpatine bullshit movie is going to be released?
No, there's no details on that according to
Watch it not even happen and be like a Rogue Squadron. They make a trailer and everything showing Patty, whatever her name is, and then gone. No, it doesn't exist anymore.
It would take at least 2 years for that to get made. They haven't started anything for it.
Now, if the movie comes out, just imagine this, right? Imagine this. The movie comes out and it starts, and she starts having like the dark side creeping in, and they turn her evil, and suddenly she actually gets corrupted and turns into the Palpatine that she is, and then like they're like, oh shit, we put all our faith in this like Mary Sue, who now is actually going to be the freaking main bad person, who's like she just goes full dark side with like Palpatine messaging her, because the Force, they can reach out from beyond the grave and stuff.
That's not
Yoda
how
and
the Force works. Anyway, go on. Sorry, I had to say it.
What?
That's not how the Force works. Anyway,
right,
go on.
but it's lore though.
I know. I just wanted to say because of the joke. Go on, Adam.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I would too.
I'm just saying, like, you know what?
If she's actually bad and there's depth to her.
Did a 180, I'd be like, cool. Oh, good. We can shit on her now, and she's the bad person, and they actually do it well. Like, oh, I bet that would be more well received.
That won't happen. They love women too much in Star Wars.
It's true.
Did you see the Ahsoka trailer? It's all women.
I haven't seen it. Should we watch it?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Do you guys want to get to that now, or do you want to hold off?
Yeah, let's watch it.
Okay, all right. So this also came out of it. Hey, real quick before we get to the Ahsoka trailer, which I don't know anything about this, so I'm excited to watch this with you guys.
He called it Oshaka before.
I thought it was like Osaka. I don't know. Hell if I know.
Isn't that a beer or something?
Osaka is a beer, and it's a town, and a person. But with all that said, what is holding Disney back from getting George Lucas reattached to Star Wars and like having him like what's the issue? And
he's not going back.
He'll never go back. He called them white slavers.
Money. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
so pissed about that. Actually, that Star Wars girl would be good to talk about this. I don't know if she could come on, but she's read Bob Iger's book and talks about how he openly talks about how he fucked over George Lucas in the book and basically had him sign so many things that if he would have backed out of that deal, that he would have been drawn into court forever and they would have took it anyway. So they
Wow.
forced him to pretty much sign on. If you watch that signing where he signs over the rights to it, he looks fucking miserable. They screwed him.
I see a lot of pride, like people saying like it's pride. Is it pride from George Lucas or is it pride from Disney?
I think George is kind of over it. He didn't even go to the premiere of episode 9, if I remember
Yep,
correctly.
he didn't.
He's fed up with it. He's like, fuck
I don't think
this.
it's pride.
They
over
probably
it.
would have done. They probably did to him what they did to Gene Roddenberry, and they wrestled control away from him and tiny little sentences and 68 contracts that he had to sign. And so then he shows up thinking he has creative control, and they're like, "No, fuck you, get out."
Yeah,
Remember, they
that's
threw
pretty
out
much the same
George's
thing. Yeah,
scripts.
it's
So-
pretty much the same
Threw 'em
thing.
out.
Anna tells the story much better, but because I didn't read the book, but I mean that's kind of the gist of what happened. Is they basically had him sign a bunch of shit, and when he changed his mind at the end, they're like, "Oh no, we got you, George. You're
Yeah.
fucked."
Gene
And they took it from him.
Gene Roddenberry's lawyer used to show up on the Star Trek set to literally argue with people all day to keep them to doing what Gene Roddenberry wanted, actually, which is hilarious.
Man, it's crazy. Like I will say this about Disney. As somebody who I grew up a big Disney fan, as I've gotten older, and I think most people grew up big Disney fans, right? But as you get older, you see the business of Disney, the downright
Evil.
the ruthlessness of Disney, like the sheer like capitalistic ruthlessness. And I think there's a
corporatist. It's a
There
when they
you-
go
yes.
corporation. It's not capitalism.
You're
it's
correct.
It's corporatism.
yes,
Right. I don't want you to confuse the two because capitalism's awesome.
you are correct.
Capitalism brought us the freaking internet. It brought us,
It
everything
brought
that
us
we've
Star
got.
Wars. It brought us Mickey
Star
Mouse.
Wars.
It brought us
Exactly,
Disney,
exactly.
right? Yeah, yeah. And we'll
Yeah,
get to
don't
that.
confuse 'em.
You are correct. Yes, you're
Oh,
better with
By the
words.
way, before we get off the Ray conversation, the director, I looked into her a little bit. Huge activist, also Canadian journalist.
Oh,
a
great.
journalist, huh? Hey,
Yeah.
before we move
Canadian
on,
journalist, a successful one. That means she's on a certain side. I'm just
She's won an Oscar for her documentaries.
Mhm.
before we're gonna check out the what's it called? The what trailer, Blabs?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. We're gonna check that out in a minute. But before we do,
Or Shoka. Or Ashaka. I don't even know.
Oh,
Said it.
okay. Joe Musashi came in and says Andy Dick was also known for that bad Double Dragon film. Going back to Andy Dick talk. Ethan Flash wants to know if I like refrigerators. They keep things cold, and I appreciate that. It's clearly an
I
inside
love
joke.
refrigerators.
I love refrigerators.
And good dishwashers.
Melee Games says they're capable of making good content if they really wanted. Tales of the Jedi was fantastic and was 2022. Don't know why they waste so much on BS. Did you guys see Tales of the Jedi?
Don't they
No.
have Ahsoka riding a baby tiger? That's all I know. And they
Good
basically
question.
I don't know.
showed how
I
she
don't know what it
survives the Clone Wars season 7 by doing that move because Anakin actually taught her that move. That's all I know.
Evan says I always feel terrible for Disney. I'm sorry. She said I always feel terrible for Daisy. She had to be so happy to be part of the Star Wars legacy, but a terrible studio, directors, writers made her character dislikable. It has to be demoralizing. You talk about Daisy, Daisy Ridley, the actor of Rey.
And you know what? Hold on. I want to bring up what RGT said because we were talking about this on Tuesday, and he was talking about how these people are attacking like the actress, like the people who go after Daisy. Like, why? It's Disney. It's the
She
writers.
doesn't
Just
have
like Craig
anything
was
to
saying.
do with it.
Yeah, and honestly, like I don't have any issues with her acting.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
actually
writing.
her acting was pretty good.
And
for
to her
what she was
credit, I
given.
don't think she's ever came out and attacked fans and said anything negative about fandom. I think she's been pretty quiet on
Yeah.
that front.
Smart, because
Yeah,
nothing is her fault. They're not. People aren't saying it's not. It's Ray Palpatine. Daisy, how dare you? And it's like, no, they're saying it's Disney, like fuck Disney, because
Didn't
it's
she
not.
even
It's
say it? She said Ray Palpatine once in like an interview. She was like, "Oh,
She-
Ray Skywalker, but really Ray Palpatine." Like she stole the name. She said it somewhere.
well,
It's
she
actually
won.
kind of
She won over
ruined
the
her
fandom.
career. She can't get. She's talked about how she can't find work anymore. Like,
That's sad.
you
It's
know,
sad,
usually you
'cause
would be in
she's
a
not-
movie
she's
like
not a
these.
bad actress.
That you would be in a movie like these usually, and like, you know, work would roll in, but it hasn't been like that.
That's what
It's kind of like what
happened
happened to
to
Mark
Hayden
Hamill.
Christensen.
Mark Hamill, Hayden Christensen. It's very similar, although he found voiceover work and.
The only
But,
work really Hayden did afterwards was in Shattered Glass, and that was his own production company, and it was a great movie. Well, he did that Jumper movie too. But
with that said, when you come to when you're talking about like it's not her fault, right? The idea that she's just given trash to work with and she's super excited about it. You could take that and flip it on its head and say like, well, yeah, but the same thing could be said about Mark Hamill, and the same thing could be said about Harrison Ford. I mean, they're going with what they had with the source material, and people praise them for their roles. And Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker, and all these actors are these characters.
right, but they weren't beholden to so much pressure because Star Wars wasn't a thing when they invented
Yeah, there was
their
no social
character.
media as much either.
And then by the time the pressure was there for the last one, they had already created this character, which they had control of. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different, I think.
Well, they didn't have any control over the characters in the sequel trilogy because their characters completely didn't want a whole 180 in the sequels.
I was talking about the original ones, not the new.
Okay. I'm like, they're not the same anymore.
Hayden says, no, Mark Hamill's just a nut.
That's true.
That's also true.
The Glitch Witch came in and says, hot take, people who hated the prequel trilogy backpedaled and now say they're good because they hate the sequel trilogy now.
I always liked the prequels.
I think people's opinion changes over time, to be honest.
Only like one of them.
I don't think people hated the prequels. I think they were annoyed at the CGI, but it's like, it was in the time where CGI was kind of like morphing into like being good. It was kind of like, they're like, oh, we got these new tricks and stuff we can use. Let's do everything.
CGI.
I haven't backpedaled. I
Right.
only like one of them, and that's Return of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
That's the only one I like. I think
that-
Clone Wars is fucking awful, and I think Phantom Menace is really bad.
I think the real issue is that everybody was such big Star Wars fan that people were going to be disappointed. Even if they loved the movie, they were going to be disappointed about something because they didn't put something in somewhere, or some character didn't do something, or because they're such big fans. And we talked about this before. The biggest, loudest people are going to be the fans. They're going to be upset about something.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you will about the prequels. They were the story that Lucas wrote.
There was a plan.
If Star Wars had actually used the scripts that Lucas had actually written for 7, 8, and 9, it would have been a major success. But they didn't. They threw it out and said, we have no source material. What do we? I guess we'll have to figure it all out now. Shucks.
But now they're reusing like EU stuff and then like changing it slightly. But it's actually originated from the EU. Like, was the Empire of Thrawn and all that stuff that's going to happen now?
I think that's the most fascinating thing is the idea that 7, 8, and 9 were like written by the original creator, and there's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's
They weren't fully written. He had detailed outlines though, which you can pretty much turn into something. I mean, a detailed outline is pretty much almost a script.
Right.
So those have never been released?
Never.
You would think so.
An idea. Isn't like Darth Talon part of it,
Talon,
and like
yep.
Darth Maul also.
Maul's
and
back.
So get this,
And
like,
Luke's kids.
Which
yeah,
would've been
so
great.
like one of the enemies and villains would have been a female. That
That's
would have been cool.
Imagine Darth Maul coming back with his robotic legs. Come on now. This is so cool.
Would have
I think
been dope.
That's kind of I can see why Star Wars fans would be so upset about that. The idea that you look at it and you go, it was right there for you.
I know.
And the hubris attached to like, no. We know better than the guy who created.
We'll do it better
the
than
books.
George.
Right.
All the books in the EU just out the window. We don't have source material.
They had to think of how they could capitalize on toys. And I guarantee that toys and theme parks were 90% of why this movie was written the way it was. I know.
The theme park at Disney was originally supposed to be Tatooine. And they changed it to this bullshit fake ship port that they've made. It just makes no sense.
I bet you it's all about budget. It's a budget reason. It probably
No,
would
they
have
just
cost
want to
more
show
money.
off their own
Well,
stuff.
Kathleen Kennedy said that forget about all those 40-year-old men. Like, we're making something new. That's why they changed it. We're making something new. So this isn't their Star Wars anymore.
I guess Blabs is right. Yeah, they just wanted their Disney stuff rather
Yeah, they
than.
don't talk about the prequels ever. If you haven't noticed, like Padme doesn't exist. She's literally the mother of Luke and Leia. You never hear about her in the sequels, like
Can
ever.
you imagine though at the Star Wars place in Disneyland or wherever it is, if they would have all those costumes from there's so much to work with. Like you can, it's crazy.
I talked about this with Darth Call. He's somebody who I would love to get on the show, and he joins me on Base Half Monday. He's gone to different Comic-Cons dressed in full Darth Maul makeup, like does the full thing, really awesome, but he loves Star Wars, loves to interview people about their opinions on Star Wars. And I've seen some of it. You can check him out, his interviews. He's asking people about what they think of Rey, and you could tell that most people are kind of like hesitant, and they're like, I'm just going to go along with the flow. But the way they're answering, it's like they know that it's all bullshit. And Call was telling me, he's like, it's very obvious that they want to get, like, kind of what Blabs is saying, remove any aspect of former pre-Disney Star Wars, because I don't know if they still have to pay royalties if like they use
Oh, they
Luke,
probably
or
do.
it's all about the royalties, right? They can't use the old Han Solo, but they could do like a young version of him, and then resell it. But they want, when people think of Disney, or excuse me, when people think of Star Wars, Disney wants people to think Rey or Kylo Ren. They want to think of the stuff that they do. Like Kathleen Kennedy says, we're going to make it ours now. That's what they're doing with these new characters, driving these new characters. That's why Rey's coming back. They want to drive it in to the world that Star Wars is what Disney's created. It's Disney's creation. It isn't Lucas. They're trying to get rid of the Lucas aspect at all, where the 40-year-old Star Wars fans, they think Star Wars and they think Lucas Star Wars back when it was real Star Wars, because he was the actual creator. They're really just trying to sever that.
I think you're 100% right. And I think that really it is about making it their own and having complete creative control. And I bet you it has to do with percentages. I bet when they bought it, it was in the contract that they had to honor all prior contracts. And I think that is with any purchase or merger or whatever. So they probably had to pay a percentage out to each actor every time the movie's played, said, whatever. That's probably why they don't even have the music playing.
First movie back, guess who dies? Harrison Ford. You're done. Boop. No more paying you royalties.
Yep.
Didn't he want out too?
Probably because he knew it was bullshit.
Yeah.
See you later, dude.
I fucking hate Star Wars.
I guarantee
I bet, dude.
it has something to do with why they don't play the music at the theme park. I bet they would have to pay royalties.
Probably.
Oh, who knows? Invader came in and says they did John Boyega dirty because of China.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. You know about that,
what
right,
the
Craig?
fuck? I'm sorry. I gotta just
blue.
say, dude, John Boyega got done so dirty. What a fucking cool arc. Why isn't he Force? Why doesn't he have the Force? It was right there. Like, it would have been so badass if he give him his own arc. You had it right there. What?
He didn't even have to be a Jedi. He could have been
the most
sensitive.
interesting person in the entire thing, like a redeemed stormtrooper that becomes a Jedi.
Right.
That would have been great.
Ask
what
Lab.
the fuck is wrong with them?
There are Force sensitive people that aren't Jedi too, right?
Yeah. You don't have
He
to be a
could've-
Jedi.
right,
I mean,
he
like,
could've
Ahsoka
been-
totally ditched this. She's no longer a Jedi, but in this new trailer, she's like, she's a Jedi. I'm like, she just said she wasn't.
Right.
I think the Empire was calling anyone
people.
I think the Empire was calling anybody that they found to be sword sensitive.
Or you were part of it, like an Inquisitor. So basically, Craig, you know what happened with China, right? They
No,
shrunk him on posters.
I'm looking at it for the first time. Actually, this is insane. Like I've never seen this before, and I am floored by this. This is crazy. So here's the American is on the left, and the Chinese is on the right. And you can see what they did was they just totally minimized them down there and brought Han and Leia up.
And they removed Chewbacca also.
It's also important to point out that like his skin color is a little bit more bluish Like it's got that lightsaber tint and that background tint a little bit more. Like he
Mhm.
looks less black. Like
Yeah.
What?
They
That
did
is
that for
insane.
Wakanda also. They covered his face for the Wakanda poster.
yeah, he has the mask on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are you kidding me? Like this is like this blows
Yes,
my
official.
mind.
China hates black people.
Mickey Mouse.
Have you ever seen the? There's
I
a
wouldn't
really.
disagree with that.
Here, I'll show you this. Let me pull this up.
Holy moly! That's unreal to see. That is like I listen. I came into this being like I don't understand what's going on, but like I see what y'all are saying. I very much see what y'all are saying. And how does this happen? Like how is there not tremendous backlash from the rest of the world looking at Disney saying, "What the hell? How could you do this? This is total trash. This is like clearly
Chinese money, baby.
Well,
They
hold
just
on a
want that
second.
money.
There's a blink and
Mouse.
there's a blink and you miss it kiss and Rise of Skywalker between two women, and that justifies it. They actually
Well,
care
And-
about
but
LGBT
they removed
people.
that in like what, China and a whole bunch of other countries.
Yeah, that
the
doesn't
Middle
matter.
East.
That doesn't matter.
To me, the funniest part about all this is that in the prequels, right, George Lucas showed us why we should be against this big government, big empire stuff, right? And literally, they're doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
That blows my mind. It's literally the epitome of putting war in Star Trek. When
I mean,
Gene
this
Roddenberry,
is Disney.
it's the
They
same.
think
yeah.
concentration camps in Mulan credits. So
So they're
nothing
gonna
surprised me anymore.
Right. They're going to do exactly what George Lucas was against. Even in his own movie, he wrote it to show he was against it. It's hilarious.
By the way, okay, so this was just sent. Flash just sent over this. I've never seen this before.
That's an advertisement from China. So this is
I-
what Disney is well aware of their feelings towards people of color.
Okay, this is kind of shocking, right? And we're just gonna watch this together. I was like, I don't really get it until let's just go with this. Okay, I'm not even gonna play it because play the audio, but here we go.
I didn't get hit when I played it, so
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
So, lady doing laundry, she calls over a black guy. Okay, by the way, can't say African American. This is in China, right? Right. So we have a black guy coming over, approaches the Asian woman. She puts some laundry detergent in his mouth, shoves him into the laundry, sits on it, puts him down there. The laundry is going on. So that's like, you're like, okay, maybe he's a dirty guy, right? Whatever. Comes out. It's now an Asian man who comes out of the laundry detergent, and she's ecstatic about it.
That is some really good laundry detergent. Can we be honest though? Like seriously.
Wow, it changes their race.
It
I
literally
mean, wow.
It literally takes the black off your skin.
And here's the thing, right?
Feel like
Okay.
payment.
So the rest of the world, right, might not be as sensitive to racial issues as we are because of our history as America. But clearly, if you watch that in any language, in any country in the world, that's racist. Anywhere.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Trav, but slavery exists even more today than ever before. And slavery has always existed on this entire planet. And people act like it's only in America. And I think that's fucking stupid. I'm
Mhm.
Right,
sick of
but
it.
a lot of times they'll make the argument of, well, it doesn't exist here, or our culture is different, or all that. So even if that is your argument, okay, clearly this is racist. Clearly.
That's crazy. All right. Hal came in and says, my brother and his friends went to Phantom Menace dressed as stormtroopers, and this was before the internet clout. Nobody saw them except the audience of a small town theater. The hype was real after the original trilogy. I remember when the Phantom Menace came out in '99. I remember the ridiculous amount of hype, and I also remember the amount of blowback for Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
like,
I love Jar Jar Binks.
I still remember.
You're kind
I
of
still-
weird, so
I still
I
remember
hate him in
when
Clone Wars. He's annoying.
I was watching that movie in the theaters for the first time, and he came on and didn't go away. Holy shit! This guy's gonna be in the entire movie.
He came on, he didn't go away.
I got a question for you guys. So you guys are Star Wars fans, so I'm curious to know this because I am. And so if they would have taken that chance of what was right in front of them and
Darth
made
Jar Jar?
Darth Jar Jar and made him a bad guy, would that have been cool? I think
Wasn't he
it would
supposed
have.
to be? Actually,
if he
legit.
got killed, yeah, I would have been fine with it. If he got taken out.
And he couldn't have been the bit.
Hold on.
He didn't have to be the big baddie. Just a baddie.
Wasn't he actually supposed to be like
I thought he
George
was.
Lucas had
He
said
kinda
that,
was a
he's
baddie.
actually
He's-
Sith Lord.
He's the
I
guy
thought-
that gave the emperor emergency powers.
Yes, and I
For
think
some
that-
reason, everybody in that Congress agreed with the dumb
and then
piece
they're
of
like,
shit.
"Yeah, let's do it."
So we should not be giving emergency powers to our government leaders. That's the
Yeah,
the
that's
one
like-
takeaway.
Interesting.
Great
Right?
takeaway.
That's
It's a
like
great takeaway.
giving Dick Cheney the Patriot Act back.
Oh Lord. Hey, the Glitch Witch
Nah,
says,
none of that. None of that.
"Yep."
Nope, gotta
Says-
go in there.
It says, I'm one of the weird ones who liked Rey. I'm curious to see what they do with a new character, but came out disappointed with how shallow it was and how she was developed at the expense of existing characters. Thank you very much, Glitch Witch. Appreciate that.
Good point.
Are they going to be going forward with calling her Skywalker? Because
Oh, yeah.
I fucking hope not. I
Oh,
mean, they
yeah,
will.
of
We know
course.
they will.
all
course
of my,
they're-
from my understanding of it, Jedis are supposed to be Skywalkers now. That they're supposed to change the name from Jedi to Skywalkers, and they're not going to be called Jedis anymore. They're going to be called Skywalkers.
What?
What?
Yeah,
That-
that
that's
was
stupid.
what I read.
Well,
Yeah,
Trap,
you read
listen,
that?
They're not going to do that.
look, I explained it already. All right, I explained it. It's called the Skywalker Saga, right? That's what they call the 9 episodes. If they keep grilling this Rey Skywalker, it's Disney's Rey Skywalker, Disney Star Wars Rey Skywalker. People are gonna think Skywalker and think Rey. They're not gonna think Luke anymore. They're gonna think Rey.
Or
It's gonna
Anakin.
shift. No, they're not. They're gonna shift it because Disney wants the Skywalker
No,
name
I'm
to,
saying like Luke or
to be
Anakin.
synonymous
Yeah.
With Rey.
with Rey and not the past. The past is dead. Let it die. That's what.
Oh, God.
That's an actual quote from the movie that they put out. It's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
that's what they're trying to do. Kathleen Kennedy said that that's what they want to do. The past is die. Let it die. Like what the fuck? No.
It's
What?
only Disney stuff now. Anything made
Aren't
by
you-
Disney is considered Star Wars. Everything else is not Star Wars anymore.
And
Aren't
that's
you
why,
excited? Aren't you excited to see all the little Padawans call her Master Skywalker?
Well,
Grandmaster Ray. Can you imagine?
if my theory holds to be true, and what I read holds to be true, that the Padawans would then be little Skywalkers because
Where
there's
did you read that? That's
It-
weird.
it's
I
actually
come from Mike Zero's channel.
there's a couple of YouTubers that actually have that theory, and one of them supposedly has inside information about it. But,
Well,
Mm.
sometimes
There's a lot of
it's
people claiming inside information.
right, so take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
That really does sound like trying to rile people up, though.
Right. Kyle came in and says Uncle Ruckus wants that detergent. I don't understand that reference, but Kyle, thank you very much. I'm sure it sounds like
That's,
Flash does.
Boondock Saints reference. It's a pretty funny show. He's a super like hardcore racist, but he's an old black man.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It makes sense. Hayden says, see if you can find the signs of McDonald's in China that had up that said no black people. China has a long history of this. First off, this is insane.
Wow.
This is insane. And I did
mean, I
find
can-
it.
This is China,
I know
though.
lots of different examples. Like in 2020,
oh,
I don't know if you
sorry,
guys
there we
know
go.
much about if you remember much about what happened in 2020. There was just some stuff that was going down that's pretty significant around the world, and they were kicking just black people out of certain only Asians could shop at certain markets
But
during
America's
that time.
racist. Oh.
This
You-
probably might be part of it.
This is crazy. Yeah, this is it. It says we've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant. For the sake of your health, consciously notify the local police for medical isolation. Please understand the inconvenience caused. Like, what?
Yeah, that's
Like-
some racist ass shit.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they also, I read a statement from the Chinese government around that time that they were people believing that it was black people's who were the ones who were carrying the virus, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna just get them out of things. It's like, what the
And-
fuck?
yeah.
Like, that's so crazy. Oh, America's so racist, guys. America's like, no, it's not. Fuck you. America's one of the least racist places
Yeah.
out there, dude.
As
People have
we-
no clue. Their
as-
worldviews are so fucked up right now.
As we learned about China, if there is a smaller percentage of their population, such as the Uyghur people up in the northwest of it, they really don't give a fuck about them. And if they can all die for all they care, or they might even actively kill them and cover it up.
That's
Harvest
crazy,
their
man.
organs.
Yeah.
All right,
Color hair.
let's get into this trailer that we haven't seen yet. We haven't even got to Indiana Jones. We're gonna need to fly through these things, man. Hey, and Flash, if you need to, I told you we are gonna go an hour 15, hour 30. If you need to bounce at any time, you just let me know, okay, buddy?
I got some time.
Okay, so thank you very much for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's go check out this new trailer. This is for, what is it called, Blabs?
Ahsoka, and I just want to point out, I love Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. I liked her in Rebels. She should have died in Rebels. She should not have been to live action. I think live action Ahsoka is abomination. She looks like shit, although they made her a little bit better looking in this trailer because they made her look longer, but shit. Okay,
Oh, this is the live action one.
Hair?
Liku.
Okay. So is what's her name still acting as her?
Rosario Dawson, yeah, I don't like it.
Okay. Okay. Just curious.
All right, here we go.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war. For others,
These are characters from the Rebels show, by the way.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. That is the main
That's Sabine
pilot
and Hera.
pick,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I only watched the Vader shit for that show. I didn't watch
I've
Rebels.
seen all of Rebels.
I actually recognize the ship as well.
I noticed like a theme with all these Star Wars movies and trailers is it always starts with some sort of like boom, 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 like deep cut. And they always, within the first few shots, there's always some sort of weird like animal. Always some sort of weird, cute animal early on.
Well,
just
that
kind of.
Of course,
animal's- what
Craig.
is it
Yeah, got to
from?
sell that toy.
And we have to
That-
show you that
that's
we're on an alien world.
What is that animal? That
gonna
you
be
see
a
that in
kid's
Rebels
doll.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of them cats. Isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
from Rebels.
And I think they're supposed to have some special I don't remember, but
Yeah, and
All
like
right.
if you listen to the music, it's like Ahsoka's theme slowly too in the background.
Let's continue.
power.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Yep. Ripping off the books.
See, they stole from the EU because they're so original, but there is no source material. Remember that.
Yep. I remember when she said that.
So this is from the books that they say don't exist, and now
Yes.
they're leveraging the books
Yes.
because.
But they've
whatever.
been doing that.
They've changing
They've
it
done it
too.
several times with the Mandalorian. Put stuff in there that was from the books.
see, I think what they're trying to do is take little elements from it because a lot of them are unoriginal writers and make their own story out of it and make it, like you guys said earlier, Disney Star Wars rather.
Mhm.
Because if they say these are elements from the book, well then that's Lucas or whoever wrote the book Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Let's continue.
We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago.
Hallway scene.
What's that?
Hallway scene. Everybody gets a hallway scene now.
Going.
a hallway scene. You get a hallway scene.
Never
Yeah,
seen
that's
this before in a Star
that's-
Wars. In a
Why
Star
does
Wars
he
movie.
look like Vader from Rogue
Yeah.
One?
They really
Like fat
are
Vader.
copying that Vader scene, aren't they?
Like scene for scene. Keep watching.
Okay.
There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
There's the line, dude. Perhaps it's time to begin again. The past is dead. Let it die. It's the same thing over and over again. The Force is female. I mean, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
90% of the
I
people in the trailer were women.
I'll watch it, but it's probably gonna disappoint me greatly just because
Why
I was
watch
a-
it?
I was
Yeah,
a
I'm
big fan
passing.
of the Ahsoka character from the
Holy
animated
shit.
Hopefully they
animated
bring
show.
Lizzo back. That's what Star Wars is now, a celebrity variety hour show.
Yep.
I enjoy seeing Anakin have a Padawan and have that dynamic and that cartoon, but like this is just
She should have died.
yes, it's too much. Vader should have killed her,
Yep.
to be honest, and that should have been the final moment where, in his heart, he thought he was lost because he killed his own fucking Padawan.
Yep. I mean, she was like a little sister to him. So
right,
yeah.
right. So it would make sense, but you know,
The
fuck-
only cool
fuck
thing
Star
I
Wars.
thought about this trailer was when she's fighting someone, she like kicks her leg in the back and it just changes scene to like a ship. So it's like her leg becomes like a ship as it moves. Like that's a good transition. I don't know where it was. That's the one cool thing about this trailer, but it's like the trailer editing. It's not actually the show that looks good.
And it was actually a cool fighting move too, you know.
Well, you know, she is very agile and flexible,
Yeah.
so it is like in her.
One thing I
don't know
do
how
like.
It's gonna go. It's live action. How can you do all that shit?
Well,
It's
yeah?
all so tiresome.
One thing I do like is that she has the white lightsabers, but if they don't show how she got them and show the lore behind them, then it's pointless.
What's the deal with the white lightsaber?
So she purified them.
Yes, white lightsabers come from red lightsabers. So white lightsabers only belong to people who aren't Jedi and who aren't Sith, right? They're neither. They're usually called gray Jedi or whatever. But they usually have to get a red saber from someone or it was theirs, and then they have to purify the evil energy or whatever out of it.
It's in
and
the
then it
book, right? I never read the
becomes white.
Ahsoka book, but it's in a book. It was never
Yeah.
even shown in Rebels.
I've never even read the book, but I've had it explained on YouTube to me. So
Wow. This is
Yeah. So in new Disney Star Wars, you have to read all these different materials and watch all these different things in order to understand what's going on, you know? Like you
Right.
have to read the book for episode 9 because or else episode 9 doesn't really make much sense without the book adding more
Right.
detail.
And think about it, as a casual Star Wars fan, you've seen these different color lightsabers, right? Blue, green, red, and purple once in a while that are special, right? And you've seen a black one, maybe, you know.
Hold on.
So-
I want to ask. someone
Oh,
no Zaku.
the dark saber is like black, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
No Zaku boy just said Gray Jedi is a fan-made term. It is not canon. Is that true?
I don't think it's really real, is it?
When I say gray Jedi, I mean someone who was a Jedi who is not anymore.
No, but that's not what Gray Jedi is. A Gray Jedi is one who
I mean,
dabbles on both sides. That
Yes.
doesn't want to like
Right.
succumb to just the light or just the dark side. They're
Right,
like,
they're equal
there's
of both.
positives in either side. I'm going to learn from everything.
right.
It was okay. Scrub Lord saying Gray Jedi was in Knights of the Old Republic too. Okay, so it is canon. All right.
so
yeah.
let me kind of say something. As like I
Oh
said,
no,
somebody
I just right here. The actual term of gray Jedi is not canon. This has been stated by Star Wars Wiki.com.
Well, does Disney
not.
consider KOTOR canon is the question.
yeah,
That's not anymore.
Where's that source?
Yeah, Kotar's not canon anymore. It got wiped out.
Wikipedia.
Oh,
Wikipedia
Great.
literally gave Luke a
Pronouns.
freaking pronouns and like he's bisexual and all that. So what do we know?
let me say the thing that I think as somebody who doesn't know about Gray Jedi, has only seen these things once, looks at it from the outside looking in. Let me tell you what I feel by all this.
Wait,
like,
Tell us, Greg.
Here's the title of this.
hold on,
Why-
Travis. Hold on,
Greg,
Travis. Hold on. I feel Star Wars fatigue from this. Like, there's too much Star Wars. It's way too much, and that I don't even know where to start. Just like I do with the Avengers. Just like with like. There's 20 something movies of the Avengers. I feel like if I miss one, I'm totally out. And
It's good
when
marketing.
it's crazy to me that there's Andor, there's Mandalorian, there's all these, like, I don't even know who this character is. Like this to me is a like she kind of looks familiar, right? But nothing on this makes me go, yeah, I'm in, you know. And we go back to the trailer that we watched a few days ago. I don't even remember what the trailer was, but we were talking about how when you see a trailer, the idea of a trailer is to get you excited. Oh, it was for Blue Beetle, right? We didn't know who Blue Beetle was. I didn't know who Blue Beetle was. And the idea of when you watch a Blue Beetle trailer or something, a a character that you're not familiar with. The idea is it's supposed to pique your interest. That first initial trailer. Nothing in these trailers gets me as somebody who's on the fringe to want to jump into the pool. I have no interest even jumping into the shallow end, let alone the deep end and getting all into the lore. It's just too much. That's just my thoughts on all this.
So this is what this is an interview that George Lucas was a part of. And I'm going to read these two little paragraphs. Star Wars fans have long touted the idea of gray Jedi, lying somewhere in between the light and the dark. These Force users are said to neither fully embrace the Jedi nor the Sith teachings, instead tapping into both sides of the Force. The term applies to those who go beyond existing outside of the Jedi Code or Sith teachings, and includes any Force users who don't adhere to a particular set of moral traditions. But Star Wars creator George Lucas has a bone to pick with that theory. The Force isn't a rainbow with different tenets users can pick and choose. While a gray Jedi sounds like a Force user avoiding indoctrination, in reality, they're using qualities of the light side while others redefine what that is. He advocates that many of the gray Jedi qualities are part of the light side of the Force. The Force exists in a neutral yet compassionate and connected state. The light side users protect that and work within the natural flow of the Force, while the dark side is a misuse of the Force. It's black and white, and those qualities that a gray Jedi would not give into. So there's your answer.
All I can think is that Lucas is based as fuck, dude. That's what I'm seeing. I'm thinking like gender roles. I'm thinking like he's probably shitting on pronouns with that. When was that interview?
I just closed it. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know when it was.
One
but
second. Let me look.
It's just like, all right, okay. So you're born a man or you're born a woman. All right. Yeah, that's what I heard from that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're either light side or you're dark side. All right. That's it.
July 19th, 2022.
Oh shit! That was
wow.
last year, dude.
Yeah.
He definitely was influenced by some shit that was going on.
Well, and he apparently this was written right after that first Ahsoka shit was released, so this was in response to that.
Hayden came in and says the movie Nefarious comes out next week. Sean Patrick Flaherty stars in it. I think it looks good. Creepy psychological horror. Is Sean Patrick Flannery? You guys know who that is? No.
No.
Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate that. Zoyland Podcast says, "Hey Flash, it's Snowtep. I decided to do my own channel. Love to see your channel growth and all the way from the times you knifed out terrible comics. May you and Tug get to 1 million. You deserve it. Thanks, Zolian."
Hey, thank you, man. I remember you. It's good to see you.
Awesome. Extra Zero with the super chat says, Star Wars is now everything we laughed at the holiday special for. Rip the Arthur. And Alex came in and says, Blabs and Travis can definitely win a Star Wars themed Jeopardy show. Adam Triggered is hilarious. Well, thank you, Alex. Appreciate that.
My issue is I know a little bit about a lot of things. So if we get real in depth, I probably won't know anything.
I don't know that much about the EU. Like, I've never read any EU. I just kind of like a general idea of stuff, but I've never read a single EU.
Please, please show this, please.
Oh, sure. By the way, the reference that Hayden was saying is the Boondock Saints person.
These are from Extra Zero. Come on.
Oh yeah, Extra Zero is always on fire.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is glorious.
Mr. Freeze is Mr. Freeze right now.
Yep. All right, here we go. This is from Extra Zero, our resident meme lord.
Oh no, I'm sharing my screen also.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Did you just misgender my cat, Craig?
Yeah, that's great.
Craig.
That's right. And here we go.
Oh my god.
Jenny Craig story.
Love that.
And then wait, there's one more from him.
Okay.
That's great.
The face is so good.
Hi. Misa called Blabs.
Did you see the
Oh my
one?
God.
Was it yesterday or the day before of you as like a cocaine drug lord and stuff? That one?
Yes.
Show that one.
All right, let's move on from Star Wars and go to the other Disney property that everyone is concerned about, Indiana Jones. There was a new trailer for the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones 5. Would you guys like to watch this?
No.
Sure, it's probably gonna
Let's
hurt my
torture
soul.
Adam. I
But
say
I watched
yes.
it. I watched it already, so it's fine.
There's one line that everyone's keying in on that our thumbnail is made out of today, and Joshua just goes, "No,
So
no, you
stupid.
don't want to watch this." Oh, well, I'll tell you. Then let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. I'll kind of skim through it, and we'll. Flash, have you seen this trailer?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Okay.
let's just watch it so everybody knows the same shit.
All right.
Let's get it over with.
All right. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. We'll
You're
start
gonna
and
have
stop.
to. You got to mute the beginning at least. Mute for
Oh.
like the first 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. There's a song in it. I recall.
Oh yeah.
So Harrison Ford, obviously, at this point, it's got to be in the 60s, because is this the 60s? I would imagine in the Indiana Jones timeline.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
guess so, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
He was a young
And-
man.
Yeah, and
Ish.
Nazis when
Nazi
they were
fighting.
around. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, probably late 50s, early 60s. I will say this. This looks like young Harrison Ford, like spectacularly.
The de-aging is really, this is the best de-aging I've seen.
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. Actually,
And it's got his like trademark, like it doesn't look CGI, which I think that's when good CGI when you can't tell it's CGI, right?
Mhm.
And that's kind of the whole idea. So he does the. I just love the idea of him putting a hat in somebody's face and them not slapping it away. It's such a corny thing, but it's also
Well, he kind of
Indiana
does it
Jones.
really fast though. It's kind of a fast move. It's like there's a hat in my face, and then he takes it away right away.
I think that's the thing that people forget about Indiana Jones is that it is like really hunky dory and stupid and over the top,
Yes.
and it's meant to be that way.
it was always slapstick comedy. It
Yeah.
always was. You said this is called the Dial of Destiny.
It's
The
a
Dial of
terrible
Destiny.
name.
Is that what that must be? What that little thing was that he picked?
It
Yes,
doesn't roll
yes.
off the tongue at all. Dial of Destiny.
And this is his goddaughter. I guess she's the daughter of his son of who was the guy in the other movie?
No, she's
Shia
completely
LaBeouf.
like
Shia
unrelated
LaBeouf.
whatsoever.
Okay, she's unrelated to
Yeah.
Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf.
I think they wrote his son out. Show
Yeah,
Shia
and
LaBeouf.
where's Marion?
Yeah,
weren't
that's a
they
good
married?
question.
They were married at the end of 3, and then
Yeah.
she's just gone. They say there's an explanation in the movie, but it's probably like a one-off line, like, "Oh, they're on vacation" or some
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Well,
like
they
that.
had to explain why he went crazy and can't be in the movie.
Once again, the de-aging here is pretty spectacular. And when you
Yeah,
look at
it's
this,
pretty good.
taking off the mask, and do you think that they had Harrison Ford act, and then they just, or do you think they got another actor to
They probably
be?
had both of them, like him and another actor, and then maybe they combined it or something. Did they
yeah.
hire that guy who did the better de-aging of Luke Hamill? Why do I keep calling him Luke Hamill? Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian? When some YouTuber did a better deepfake and then Disney hired him, maybe they used him
They'd be
for this
stupid
too.
not to hire him if he's doing a better job than people with that kind of budget.
Yeah.
I thought this scene here, as good as the de-aging looks here, I thought this in particular, this was pretty noticeable. Just this little CGI as he goes through on this horse, it looks really rubbery, if that makes sense.
Wait a minute, is this a Victory Day parade?
This is him as an old guy though. It's not.
Yeah, this is
he's
him
not
as an old
de-aged
guy.
here.
It's some stunt
No.
dude, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying just like it has like you can tell that he didn't really ride a horse through a bunch of sailors blowing horns,
some
right?
Oh, I
stunt
see.
double or CGI.
And it
Well,
just looks kind of CGI-ish as he goes through. Maybe it's the
Imagine-
camera movement or whatever.
I'm asking if this is a Victory Day parade, then that tells us the year. This is right after the war ended.
Yeah,
World War
this
II?
is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
And why is he that old then?
that's a good question.
I think he's time traveling multiple things. Like he's
It-
time
maybe
traveling
that's
his
what
younger
it
self,
is.
but he's also time traveling his older self, maybe?
Maybe there's some time travel shit going on.
Well, isn't there
Great.
Dial of Destiny?
Because if you noticed, he was wearing a Nazi uniform in that one.
Well, he's younger in one scene, so like
and
it
he's
must be
older
time travel.
there, right? And he's wearing that Nazi outfit, and when he gets the
Well,
thing
this
taken off
guy's
his head.
saying right here. Okay, so this scene, unmute it and go back just like 20 seconds. Or 10
Yes.
seconds.
Yes, this is what I was talking about before.
Right here.
Here it is right here.
You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
So
It's
at
called
first I didn't know what she
capitalism.
was saying because it's kind of like a loud bang, right? And I'm like, countism. What'd she say? And I could have sworn she said capitalism. I was like, there's no way they would have said that. Like, come on,
Stealing
that's so
shit from each
stupid.
other is capitalism.
Yeah, I was like, that makes
No.
no sense. Why would they say that? And then I went into the YouTube because I'd watched it on Twitter, and I went to YouTube and turned the subtitles on just to understand what she was saying. Capitalism is what she
Yeah.
said.
Well,
It's
in
just,
reality,
it's just like in Ant-Man where they're like, socialism is a charged word, but we could learn from them. Disney wants to be the people's studio.
yeah.
Like, that's what they want to be.
So
mean-
it's also really it's taxes. That's what that is, or
Yes, she should have been
corporatism, or
taxes. It's theft.
fascism. But
mean-
capitalism is what brought us this fucking movie,
Yeah.
you jackasses. Like, it's the reason we have all the stuff that we have. Supply and demand. People want instant gratification. You can't get that without capitalism. Capitalism is what allows us to have what we have. These people don't understand that it's because of capitalism that we are where we are.
Maybe-
Corporatism is when it goes too far and monopolies are created and control systems are created. When the government's working with corporations, that's when fascism takes over. It's not capitalism that's doing that. It's fucking human greed. And that's when it goes too far. And that's why there was laws against monopolies, although I think they've been skirted by many different ways. Anyway.
Can you replay that part where she says it again?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause she may have, I guess, been referring to like supply and demand part of it, but that'd be like a stretch.
I will correct
You
them
stole
all.
it. You stole it. You stole it.
Stole it.
Yeah.
And then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
Yeah. See that's even stretching it too much, that would be making an excuse for them. You're right. It's 100% bullshit.
Which one's worse, do you guys think? You got Warner Brothers saying Batman's a fascist, and then you got Disney saying capitalism is theft. Pick your, I guess, poison.
Well, I think we all need to take a page out of their books and stop giving them money, apparently.
Oh yeah, I'm not
because-
seeing either one of these movies in theater. There's no way.
I just find it just immensely ironic. I mean, it is not over my head that this is coming from Disney. We talked about this before we went live, but capitalism is what allowed Mickey Mouse to be Mickey Mouse. And if you think that, like, the idea of even these words being uttered in a Disney property, if you were to go back and talk to Walt Disney and say like, this is what your studios are going to be producing, I think he would have a heart attack, and that would kill him.
Think about right now. We can't even play the first few seconds of this. We can't even play this whole trailer because it will get claimed. So if we go by their logic that they're saying in this movie, we should be able to steal this and just play it and make money off of it, right? Because that's
crazy.
what they're saying. You stole it, you stole it, you stole it. That's capitalism. We should be able to
they're saying capitalism's bad, Trav. That's
right.
the
That's
point.
what I'm saying. We should be able to steal it from them and make money off of it. And that's USA. That's capitalism, right?
That's
that's
socialism. If everything is shared, and that's the idea. Everybody gets a little bit of the pie, So, I will say this: outside of that line, I love the Indiana Jones movies. The Indiana Jones movie. The fourth one, not so much. Like, it goes back to what Adam was talking about with the CGI. There's that ant scene where all the ants come together. Okay. The fourth one, not so good. But I'll say this: the Last Crusade is probably a top 10er for me.
I love.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's
Right.
my favorite. In a lot of
Great
of ways,
music.
I like the Indiana
Sean
Jones
Connery.
movies more than the Star Wars movies. I think the original trilogy of Indiana, and to me, there's only a trilogy. I don't count
Right.
the
You've
fourth
never
one.
watched the Young Indiana Jones stories?
They're okay, but those three movies I like a lot. They're so much fun. They're a lot of fun.
What's you guys' favorite Indiana Jones movie?
The third one.
Last Crusade, yeah, it's the third one.
Him,
That's the
him
one
and
with
Sean Connery were amazing together in that
The
movie.
motorcycle scherzo song and everything, like John Williams is perfect in that too. I loved
See, I
it.
still think Temple of Doom's my favorite, but it's a close one with
What
that.
about
one.
you, Adam?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Last Crusade. I really love the dynamic between Sean Connery and him. I think
It's
they did
great.
It was really great. Yeah.
No ticket.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even think those movies could be made today because of their religious symbolism and stuff. People would like freak out.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
They wouldn't even have the swastikas on the Nazi soldiers.
Yeah,
I guarantee you they'd take them off. Just put iron crosses on there.
Yeah, the German cross, which is funny because then they're making the German cross like a bad thing, which it's not. It's a reward given by Germany still to this day for heroics and stuff. But when you see these Nazis wearing the German cross, which they didn't wear, then that's making it a bad thing.
The last, I will say this, like I said, as someone who is a fan of Indiana Jones, I love, like, my favorite thing actually at Disney World is the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Like, I can watch that little show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's meant to be a stunt show where he avoids the ball and all these things are popping up from the ground. There's fire and explosions and stuff. I love that stuff. But the last 30 seconds of this I actually was like, yeah, let's go, because you can tell that this is definitely 100% going to be the last Indiana Jones movie. Like, 100%. And they lead into that within the last 30 seconds. Let me just play this.
A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Ow! Sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
So
Did you guys notice they were moving the boulder to have it rolled down? So maybe they go back in time with this thing and start all the traps, because that looks like the trap from that movie.
This is different.
Chased by the boulder.
No, this is different. That boulder rolled in the initial indie movie. That boulder rolled out of like a trap, and this is being held up by a guy. I think
Like
these are
Atlas.
just these are just
like
callbacks.
Throwbacks. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think these are just callbacks to previous adventures. Obviously him going up and getting the Ark. This is what these are all meant to look like. Now, I don't.
Berries, nostalgia, babe.
Right, 100%. And
remember when he grabbed that idol? Remember when he ran from the boulder?
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the idea. And I'm the idiot who's like, I do remember that indie. I do.
It works on all of us.
Berries, I do.
I think a cool
Why I love
story-
that Mario movie so much. It's like, ooh, I remember that tune. Ooh, I remember that. I remember that.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it probably this afternoon. So
If you're taking kids, they'll love it.
I
Good.
think a
And
cool
And you don't have to worry about any grooming. It's not a
good.
Disney movie.
Extra plus. Good.
Like
It's not a
hearing that.
Disney movie.
Awesome.
By
GK
the way,
came in.
updates on that number, it's looking like it's going to make 300 million this weekend.
Killer, man. That's killer. I love it. And we have I have a quick note about that. But we'll finish this up by saying GK came in with a $5 super chat. Says capitalism is the worst system known to man, except for all the others. Thank you, GK. And Alex says socialism without capitalism is communism. There you go. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, GK. Appreciate the support, guys. A quick note on the Mario movie. Just real fast. Apparently, we were talking about the domestic box office, and my thing the entire time has been like, no. You need to count the international box office because Mario is universal.
Yeah, and
I know
in this
it's kind
movie,
of a pun.
The international will probably be this will be the one movie where it's bigger than that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think so too.
I agree because they are. It's outperforming, having the top animated launch day ever in multiple countries. And this is, Mexico, UK, China, Germany, Spain, France. Think about all the animated films. And it's.
If you think our Americans were crazy for Star Wars and saw that multiple times, imagine what Japanese people are going to do.
Yeah, I
with
was going to say,
Mario.
has it opened in Japan yet?
Oh yeah, I wonder.
Japan is not listed here. China is listed. It's his biggest opening since start of the pandemic and second biggest opening day for a studio title in 2023. So
there are some Japanese people who are going to see this over and over and over. There are.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think that's going to be in any market. I think when it comes to these characters, once again, they're universal. It's not just it's more of a Japanese property than it is an American property. So anyways, it's interesting to see. And I don't know when all the beans are counted when it comes to the Mario movie.
April 28th, according to the chat, is when it gets released in Japan.
Oh wow!
Okay,
So that's
we
like
still got some
another
time.
Making them wait.
Yeah, another 3 weeks. It's gonna be pirated as
Yeah,
shit.
You
over
would
there.
think they would go
yeah.
first.
Yeah, because they would be the ones bringing them the money, so it doesn't like
And it's
lose
Nintendo
money.
after all.
Wow, that's
Maybe
crazy.
they're trying to make them have that suspense to where when it does come out, then they'll spend a whole bunch of money.
All right, so we have one final story today, and this is a story that Adam wanted to talk about. This is kind of a cleanup for the rest of the week.
Nah.
And you don't want to talk about this?
No, we're already an hour and 45. I don't, we still got our post show, and
Okay.
we got Flash, so
Okay.
it's dude.
Well,
we had
how
a
about
great show so far.
How about we touch on it in the post show? Does that sound good? Or do you
Sure.
want to? Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in post.
We'll bring it over in the post show. But yeah, okay. So look, this is hour 45 going long. Appreciate you guys popping in. YellowFlash, before we say adieu and goodbye, is there anything you want to let everybody know about you?
Yeah, check out my channel, YellowFlash 2, and watch my Saturday Flashcast. Craig is coming on tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
10
what time is
p.m.
that at?
Eastern 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun times. On the Flashcast. Adam, do I need to be? You said the chat's awesome, right? On the Flashcast.
Enjoy yourself.
The link is in the chat, guys. If anybody wants to click, and you should go drop them a sub.
Sounds good. All right, everyone, go subscribe to Flash's channel. Once again, a YellowFlash 2 over on YouTube, and of course on Rumble as well. You guys can follow us over there. Appreciate everybody popping in today, man. This is a really fun show. It was a good show, an intense show. Not as happy and fun as usual, but there's like sometimes when news breaks, you just got to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to be heading over to Patreon literally right now. About to post that over on there, so please join us over there. Once again, go subscribe to YellowFlash. Go find Blabs over on Kick, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I actually did a dual stream for the very first time last night. I did it on Twitch and Kick. It was kind of fun. So I'll do it again tonight. And because all this Star Wars news is breaking out, I'm gonna play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm gonna play as Rey just for fun.
All right, nice. Travis, you got anything?
Best character in the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow me on Twitter on this little name.
There you go,
Somewhere here, there.
Mr. Freeze.
Oh, that's me. Right.
Yeah.
Follow me over on Rumble, The Krigler Show. It's really easy to find. It's just The Krigler Show. You can also follow me on YouTube with the same name, or follow me over on Forbidden Frontiers, which is Nerdrotic Live. That's Sunday night, is where we talk about ancient stuff and civilizations and theories about ghosts and stuff. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, Monday and Tuesday night, I do a show on YouTube and Rumble. Also, The Krigler Show. It's Base Staff Monday and Tuesday Titans, where we talk about politics and culture and all sorts of random stuff with a great group of guys. And I'm going to be trying to solo a dungeon right now, actually, over on my Rumble channel. And it's going to be a lot of fun and also a pain in the ass. But I think I can get it done. So come check it out.
All right. Join us over at patreon.com/sidescrollers right now. Appreciate you guys. And remember, guys, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys on Monday when we return. I'll be streaming Sunday night over on Twitch and here on YouTube. Looking forward to the continued discussion with you guys. Twitch, get the hell out of here.
Fatality.
See ya. YouTube, once again, join us over on Patreon right now. We look forward to seeing you guys then. Get the hell out of here.
Fatality. Fatality.
Blabs, you accidentally posted the homepage for
Yeah,
Twitch.
I fixed it afterwards.
Okay.
I commented saying